Hello, everybody. You all let me know if you can see and hear me well. Let me know. Problems early. Let me know if you all can see and hear me. Hey, Linda. Hey. Hey, Harvey. Good evening, Miss Linda and everyone in the chat. Oh, thank you, my baby. She said, yes, we can see and hear you. Mike. C'est bon, man. Soon as I hit the soon as I hit the live button, my screen went black. Crazy. I know. But I've learned not to panic. It's going to be all right. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. It has been a beautiful day. I've had a wonderful day. I had lunch again today with my grandson, my great grandson. Yeah. Well, both of them was here. Um, yeah, it was good. We had a good day. I hope you all been having a good day too. So I got to get my hair done. So I'm gonna give it a break for my braids, but I'm getting them back. I want them back, y'all. Hey, Miss Tish, how you doing? How you doing, baby? So, I want to welcome everyone to the live. Please, everyone that comes into the live, if you're in the bushes, I want to thank you. But I want you to please hit that like button. Hit the like button, okay? Don't forget to do that. Yeah. If you are enjoying yourself or picking up on something, right? Let's share it. Let's share the information. Hey, Rob. Yeah, let's share it, okay? So let me ask this question. How was everyone Meatless Monday on yesterday? My Renaissance Grandma here. Hey, baby, how are you? Hey, Nikki Walker. Hey, Nikki Walker. How's who was that? My Renaissance Grandma. And how was your Meatless Monday? Let me hear, Mike. Would you say I was so busy I didn't eat meat Monday? Okay. So I was in after all. Yeah. Sometimes that happens, huh? I know that's right. I know that's right. So, Harvey, tell me this. When is it? I'm going over to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. Tell me, if what time can you meet me there? Can you? If you can, I would love for you to, because I don't know about everybody else area. I don't know about everybody's area, but all of the garden goodies are back at the Dollar Tree. They are there. They are all there. They're there. Our when I say our, I mean Harvey. Our 2:30. Oh, you get off? Okay. What about 3 o'clock? Is 3 o'clock good? Our Dollar Tree is packed with garden goodies. I need to check out my Dollar Tree. Yes, check out your Dollar Tree because they are packed. This one is. Yeah. Hey, Cheryl. She said, hey, Miss Linden Garden family, Meatless Monday and Tuesday. Go ahead. Yeah, Tuesday for me. Go ahead, baby. Sylvia. Hey. Well, that is great. I can't say that because today, y'all, I had some more of my greens because y'all know I put them in cup containers and I put them in the freezer, and I took about 4 or 5 cups out today of those greens. And me, Jody, Joshua, and Jada, baby, we got into those greens today. And the day after, they just so good, y'all. They just so good. And Jody just doctor hers up with crystal hot sauce so much. I mean, I just do like 1 or 2 drops. Jody gets a lot, but it was really good, really good. Only if, oh, you're talking to Chris. Okay. Hey, K-Tel. Hey, yes, hello, Miss Linda. In chat, did fine with Meatless Monday and War. Well, wonderful, wonderful. That is good. That is good. I tell you what, I know our bodies is like, yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So before we get started, let me share this with you all. So many of you probably don't know because I have two channels, right? Now, I don't invite people to the other channel because you cannot even subscribe on that channel, right? But this channel, this channel I started back in June of 2015. The other channel, which is the New Orleans Gardener and Family, I started in 2009, right? So I'm just talking from just this channel. When I started this channel, this one, it was mainly about, it was about gardening. It was about gardening, but the reason I started this garden was for me. It was for me because I was going through a very, very hard time in life. That was the part of my life that was just extremely hard for me, and nothing could help me shake this thing. And that was my aunt passed away. Now, my mother passed away when I was 26 years old. I was 26. Now, my mother is one of 16, and she had like 8 sisters. So they made a little pact with each other, and they say, whoever is the shortest liver, whoever is left behind, that they would take care of the other sister's children. Now, I was 26. My little sister Dee Dee was like 12, 13. And I had another sister, Pearl. She's 2 years younger than me. Pearl already had her own home and so on. Dee Dee, the baby, I took Dee Dee, right? So that was after my mother passed. But then my aunt named Dee Dee, she stepped into my life, and she didn't try to take over like a mother, but she was that super aunt that was so much like a friend. Um, we sung together, we traveled the world together. We did, I mean, not a day went by that I did not talk to her, right? She kept me straight because I was just 26. You know, in your 20s, you think you know everything. And I did. I thought I knew everything. But she, yeah, you know. So in 2014, she passed. And I felt like I lost a mother twice in one life. That's the way I felt. I couldn't shake it, family. I just couldn't shake it. I'd stopped singing everywhere. People were calling me to come and sing here and come and sing. I'm like, no. So I started my garden in my backyard. So I started my garden in my backyard. It was at the end of 2014. And I don't know, somebody told me, Linda, why don't you put what you're doing on your YouTube? I'm like, mm-mm. And of course, that's what I did. But as the time went on, it was more about sharing with you all what I was doing in my garden, not so much telling nobody what to do, because I still don't do that, right? I'm not telling you all to do something. I'm just sharing with you all what I'm doing. And if you find that something I'm doing makes sense and you want to try it, and you go and try it, right? But you always are going to run up against people that will sometimes try very hard to put words in your mouth, or um, it's like they know your intentions. And but this is another thing I say to you all: be prayerful always. Be prayerful always, and know that if you are trying to do something good, if you are trying to do something good for anybody, it could be one person you could be trying to do something good for. Someone is always going to try to put you down. Okay? Beware of it. My grandmama used to say, if ain't nobody talking about you, you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing something right. Right? Amen. It's true. So, anytime that you are trying to do something good for anybody, it could be one or 101. Be prayerful. Always ask God to put the right words in your mouth, right? And keep on trying to do good. Don't let people stop you. Don't let them stop you. Amen, baby. She said, you're speaking to my soul right now. Yes, because my intentions here on YouTube is just to share with you all how to grow food. There is me and a million other people are doing the same things. They are trying to share with you how to grow food. That's it. And that is all. Hey, we Terry, how are you? So, if you are a content creator and if you are sharing on your channel things that you are doing in your garden, and you're just sharing with your people that's looking at your channel, who have subscribed to your channel, I'm going to say to you, keep up the good work. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Okay? All right. So today, hey, Black Guns, what's up, man? Black Guns, I thought about you, man. It's crazy. So before I get started, I want to tell y'all a little story. What happened to me last night, right? This happened last night. Now I live in a cool neighborhood. I mean, I have black, white, Spanish, Chinese. You know, it's not just one race of people live in my neighborhood. Wait a minute. Hold on, baby. What you say? Cheryl says, oh, wow. I sympathize with you. I lost my mother in 2011, father in 2019, and that's when I found you. Oh, my baby. Your knowledge has been a blessing to me. My garden have, I think you want to say, brought me so much peace. Amen. And that's where I found my peace too. Yeah, baby. Do I feel you? I do. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad you feel me. I feel you. I thank God that God brought us together. I really do. Right. And always know when you are sharing, especially on a platform like this, there always going to be somebody out there when you are doing good. When you are doing good, remember you have a target on your back when you're doing good. You do. You do. But keep on going. And that's when you get that target on your back, how many of you all know if I say, put on your whole armor, How many of you all know what I'm talking about? How many of you all know that I mean all six pieces, not five, not four, but you need all six people when you jump in front of a screen like this? If you know what I'm talking about, say yes. And baby, that's what you need. And when you get them on, keep talking. Keep talking. Keep sharing. Keep sharing love. Keep sharing the truth. Okay? All right. Now, let me tell you about what happened to me last night. Also, we're going to have a guest. He's running a little late, but he's going to be here. Okay? Also, last night I'm on the phone and it was about, I want to say maybe about 11, 12 o'clock at night. So I went outside and I heard Lemon, because Lemon stay outside when it's not cold. So I heard him out there. So I went out there and I have a little table and chair right in front of my door. Well, it's on the side of my door. And I go out there and sit out there and I play with him, give him a little snack or something, something, something. Now, it was like, almost midnight, but that's what I was doing. I seen this motorcycle. This motorcycle came down my street. Now, this motorcycle was not a big motorcycle. It wasn't like a 1250. It was a little bike. The motor wasn't loud or nothing, but it was a motorbike. And it went down the street. It passed me. So I'm looking at the corner because he was going too slow. He turned around, and when he turned around, he stopped right in front of me. And when he stopped in front of me, the boy turned his engine off. Yeah. Now, I was just sitting in front of my door. I had on pajamas and a robe, had my hood on, everything. So you couldn't tell if I was a male or female or nothing, right? It's dark. Anyway, he was saying something. I couldn't hear him because I was talking on the phone. I had my earpiece on. So I looked at him and he was saying, I said, what's up? I wanted to talk hard, like, but anyway, I just say, what's up? Right. And he was trying to say something. I said, listen, keep going. I said, I'm on the phone, keep going. And he looked at me. And when he looked at me, I see, this is when, now you may say that wasn't God who put it there. Who knows? But anyway, when I did go out there, I grabbed my brother and put it in my pocket. It's just a habit. And sometimes habits is hard to break. I put it black guns. I put my brother in my pocket. And when he turned his engine off, I put my hand in my pocket and safety went off because I'm serious. I love you, bro, but I don't know you. And please keep it moving. And I don't know if he saw my hands moving or what, but I told him to move on. And he said, huh? I say, move on. And I said it loud. That brother turned on his bike and he rolled out, and I'm like, thank God that, but it's just strange how things could happen so fast in life, so fast. Hey, yeah. Exactly. In the gumbo neighborhood. That's one way to think about it, huh? Hey, second floor gardener, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Jess, how are you? Good to see you. Who is that? Patricia. Hey, Patricia, Ephesians 6. Come on, baby. You got to have all six pieces on. Don't play. All of them. All of them. And this is how you protect yourself. This is how you protect yourself, right? We have to wear that armor every single, I promise you, right? It seemed like the bad guys, it's all cool, but when you are trying to do good, you got a target on you. Beware, you got a target, right? Oh yeah, baby, and that's real. Hey, Miss Red. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, honey. Hey, Jen. How are you, honey? J3. Hey, man. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for being here. Adrian. Hey, Adrian. She said, hello, Miss Linda. I'm listening in the background. Blessings, everyone. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, Farmer Chase. How are you? Good to see you, baby. Good to see you. Yeah, so I just hope that that little fella, because he wasn't a brother, let me just say that. But that little fella, I hope he realized that he just can't do that. In these days and times, you can't do that. You talking about in the middle of the night, you go stop and just try to have a conversation with somebody you don't know, turn your bike off, and no, bro, you got to keep it moving. But I think he probably, he know better. He know better now. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. No, and listen, I pray to God that I never have to, but if it's me or you, it's gonna be you. I'm gonna be trying. I may go down, but I'm gonna be trying. That's for real. Yeah. Pink Panther. Pink Panther is always with me. Yeah. Shame you can't trust nobody. I know. Hey man, how are you? How are you? How you doing? What's you heard what growing off the box said? What's up? What's up? You got that Holly Grove coming out that girl. What's up? Oh my God. I know. I know. Oh, let me see. How you say your name, baby? Shamrika? Shamrika? I'm sorry. Hey, baby. How are you? How are you? Tanisha. Hey. Peace, peace be still. I love that. I love that. Yeah, still will make some peace, won't it? Won't he do it? He will do it every time. Every time. Can't be wrong. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And I'm not going to allow anybody to stop me from enjoying my home, my property. I'm sitting out. I'm going to do it again tonight. I'm not going to let you stop me. I ain't going to, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it. You're not lying. I took my dogs out at my usual 3 a.m. And wouldn't you know, there were three men directly across the street cutting something from up under the vehicle. What'd you say? They took it off. Wow. Won't he do? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Say, man, you want to come on up here? Come on up here? Or could you? Let me know. But tonight we are going to talk about seeds, family. So we're going to talk about maybe 4 seeds tonight. And these are about seeds that we are going to start and grow in our spring garden. Now, I know that many of you all have plans. If you have plans for your garden now, do you all have plans for your garden now? Or have any one of you all dropped seeds inside? I'm sorry, no. Have you all dropped seeds inside now? Let me know. So I'm going to start with my flower seeds first. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right. Great. So I'm going to share a lot of the seeds that I'm going to. Now, these, my flower seeds, most of my flower seeds, I don't put them in cups. No, I throw them out there. That's what I do. I clear up spaces or I put down soil. I drop all the seeds around and I throw the soil and I just cover them up. The only ones that I really take my time and plant really well is sunflowers. Those are the ones I really do. But other ones, listen, I just throw them out there. And matter of fact, I have a video that said I'm just throwing them out there. And seriously, that's what I do. Now, let me say this before we get into it, is that some people have told me that gardening has changed so much since I was, a child. But gardening, let me tell you what's changed about gardening from when I was a kid to now, right? We have talked about this so many times, but I still get these people like, Miss Linda, you do things the old way. Please, baby, if I'm eating, I'm eating. Right? If I'm eating, that's the purpose, right? But if my grandmama didn't know, like, to grow basil with tomatoes, and that'll help with pest pressure. Because the first thing, let me tell you the first thing, we didn't grow basil when I was growing up. Did not. No. Another thing between then and now is that knowing the scientific or knowing the real names of vegetables or scientific names, no, we didn't know that. But today I know those things because no matter what, I'm always seeking more. I'm always trying to learn more about my garden, plants and vegetables, herbs every single day. You still put the seed in the soil and give it. Thank you, baby. Listen, and if you do that, you're going to get a harvest. And that's the bottom line. For me, it's the bottom line. Okay, so let's get on with these seeds. So the first ones I like to drop probably in February. I have two areas, but one area is in the back of the garden, and I have a spot for these flowers, and that is milkweed. So this is the common milkweed, and you must be careful with common milkweed, right? So if you want monarch butterflies, now I'm not talking about any other butterfly, I'm just talking about the monarch. Monarch butterflies will not lay their eggs on no other plant except this one, a milkweed. That's the only one a monarch butterfly will lay her eggs on, is that one. Now, will she get pollen and nectar from any other flower? Yes, she will. But eggs laying is this one. It is the milkweed. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the common. It could be any milkweed, right? So if you want milkweed, it's a great time if you're in zone 9, because I know many of you all still have snow, Mike, and it's still cold, right? But also, milkweed. Be careful with milkweed. Don't just put it all over the garden. Have it in one spot. And if you have children, you must let them know, don't touch that one. The reason is milkweed is toxic. Okay? And that's one of the first things I dropped because I like the monarch butterflies. And now, Jada's big. When she was little, I couldn't drop it. But now I'm good. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So another one, of course, I dropped is marigolds. And these are the crackerjack marigolds. um, bachelor buttons of all colors, all the colors of bachelor buttons. Beware that the squirrels will eat them. Mike, your people will eat them. Now, these are some flowers that I got from Botanical Interest. Let's see if I could get it up here. These are the wild bergamots. They are really, really pretty. And of course, you can see that the hummingbirds love them. This one is all white. And let me tell y'all, this thing is gorgeous. And then I mean really gorgeous, really gorgeous. Now, mostly all of these flowers, except that crackerjack, I'm putting them in one area. Just it's like the wild part of my garden. That's what I call it. Yeah. And this is from Mike, and this is some Shasta Daisy. A lot of different kinds of zinnias, but this one is a wildflower mix, and also get the wildflower mix boxes from the Dollar Tree. Listen, they grow beautifully, beautifully. Sweet Williams. Yeah. Hey, baby. Hey, how you doing, Tag? Good to see you. She said, hey, Miss Linden, chat. I'm watching on the big screen. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. One of my favorites is Cosmos. Cosmos. They come in beautiful colors. These straw flowers is really cool. And that is just to attract these beneficial insects. I want them all in my garden. I want them. How many of you all want a lot of beneficial insects in your garden? Hey, GT is here. Hey, man, how are you? Now, this flower I grow along the fence that's in the back of my garden. These are the moonflowers. And my God, y'all, these things are absolutely gorgeous to go out just to peep around the corner in my garden and look at them bloomed on the fence at night. At night, these things are shining bright at night. If you never grew a moonflower, please drop you some seeds. Drop you some seeds of moonflowers and put them where you could just maybe look out the window or something like that, because listen, they do their thing at night. Has anyone here dropped moonflowers before? Let me know. Hey, Sugar Ronnie. Hey, baby. How are you? All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, so that is like just the first round of flowers. But of course, I dropped sunflowers. Now, my sunflowers is just, they're amazing to me. I think I have some moonflower seeds, but I haven't dropped them yet. Yes, but in the spring, in the spring, drop them and you're going to see some amazing flowers if you never had them in your garden before. I never heard of moonflowers. Really, baby, really. So, Soul Diva, you see my email going across? I have 4 seeds pack I need to send out tomorrow. Send me your address, and TNOG going to send you some of these seeds. I'm going to send you about 5 of them, okay? The moonflowers. Because I want you to see. I want you to see what they do in your garden, all right? Yeah. Okay, I can see, wait a minute. Wait a minute, baby. So, okay, I can see you on your chair watching them now. I grew them a few years back. They are. Okay, baby, good. Because I want you to experience it too, okay? Yeah. I have the seeds, but I didn't drop them. Good, drop them, baby. Yeah. Hey, Golden. She said yes. Drop moonflower seeds, and that bush, will live for years. Okay. Hey, Tiffany, how are you? I heard about some moonflowers. Um, Stupid kids would go and look for. Okay, we be seeing that moon. All right. Okay, cool. All right. So of course you all know that these onions. So Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. When you go to the Dollar Tree, let me just say, when I go to the Dollar Tree, I sometimes seriously I buy like 20, 30 packs of these. Why? Is because all the vegetables in my garden, all the vegetables, I'm going to plant onions, garlic, and leeks around all of them. All of them. So I need a lot of these onions, and they're so inexpensive. So I buy a lot because they not only serve as me eating them, of course, I use them for pest pressure, right? And these are the herbs that I will be dropping this season is dill. Now I have dill seeds that I harvest from my garden from a couple of seasons ago, but I still have dill seeds, right? And it's nothing like if you are going to make pickles of your cucumbers or green beans or okra or anything you're going to pickle and you put fresh dill in it. My God, it is delicious. Delicious. And this is another Dollar Tree basil. If you like basil, go ahead on over there, baby. They got it together over there. Mullein. Now I have mullein. That is, what mullein is this? This is I guess that's the regular kind. But let me show you the other mullein that I have. Now this mullein, I bought this mullein from Baker Creek, of course. So this is a mullein that I purchased from Baker Creek. See that mullein? And this mullein from Baker Creek. I think I have about 5 different varieties of mullein, but I never grow them all in one season. I don't find the thing for that. But what I try to do is grow 2 plants of each one of them. And I harvest the big leaves, clean them, dry them, and put them in my jars. So I can use them now, but I also have mullein for over the winter. And of course, fava beans, y'all. Fava beans is another one. I hope that you all are getting ideas. Are you all getting ideas for anything? Or most of these seeds I'm sharing with you all, are you all going to drop these seeds? Do you all know about these seeds? Tell me about them. They're different. Okay. Okay, baby. Sell you some mullein. What kind of mullein you want? Now, Mike, you see this pack have never been opened, and I can't remember. It was a free gift from Baker Creek, and I thought about you because this is what it is. The amaranth. Now, the reason why I said that because Mike grew the amaranth in his yard. I'm so interested, and you are definitely giving me some great ideas. Great, baby. Taking note. Okay. Yes, I love it. All right. Good. Good, honey. Good. All right. So this is another one. I have 2 packs of these, and I never opened them, you all. And let me know if you all grew this from Baker Creek. and it is the strawberry spinach. Have any one of you ever grew the strawberry spinach from Baker Creek? Now I know I thought I saw Deji had the seeds, but I don't know if she dropped them. Patricia, yes, you are helping. Oh, thank you, baby. Great. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm so thankful for our community. There are so many different veggie plants I've never heard of, and everyone is so willing to share. Amen, baby. Definitely, definitely. This is another one. Look, I bought it a couple of years ago. It's never been open. I'm almost afraid of it, but I want to drop it, but I want to know if someone in the community dropped it, and that is the marshmallow plant. How many of you all have you, anyone here ever grew that plant? You grew it? You grew it, Mike? How was it? You grew it inside or you grew it outside? Let me know. Lisa, I grew common mullein last year. I love it for teas. Beautiful, honey. I never heard of it. Okay. I tried to grow the strawberry spinach. It didn't germinate. Okay. I'm going to try again. So, Precious, let me tell you what I'm going to do. Because I heard people say it's tough to get started. I'm good. I'm going to try to start it with the paper towel method first. That's what I'm gonna try. Right. So we're gonna see if we can get it started that way. You never, okay, baby. I have some growing now. I hope they make it. Oh yeah. Strawberry spinach. Tell me more. Okay. Let's see. Where is she? Oh, what did I do? Oh, here it is. So what I've heard about the strawberry spinach is that the leaves taste like strawberries. They grow beautifully like a strawberry. And the strawberry that comes from it is sweet. So, Mike, tell us, because Mike said he grew it before. So, if you grew it, what did it taste like? I haven't, but I would love to. Okay. Barb Brown would say, I do have, or ever grown. You have never grown strawberry spinach. Okay, very good. What does it taste like? Exactly. That's what I want to know too, Lisa. I just ordered some seeds, but I didn't order mullein seeds. How do you use the mullein? Okay, so mullein is a herb that goes straight to the respiratory system. So let me just say, when it was 2020 and my grandson, he got sick with the big C. And at that time that he had it, there were no cure for it. There was no shots. And it was just taking people down, just taking people down. So I came to my yard. I grabbed lemongrass, lemon balm, mullein, and moringa. I made tea. I made a huge jar of tea for him. And every day and night, he drank that tea. Of course, he got so much better. He said he felt better. He slept better. So mullein goes straight to the respiratory system and to help you breathe, and it cleans you out. It makes you feel better. I even did this video that many people say that you can smoke mullein, but I wouldn't recommend you smoke it because it choked me to death. But read about it so you can know about it. Okay. But it's a beautiful herb that helps with the respiratory system. Okay. Aphids got my strawberry spare. Oh, Mike. Now, see, I would have thought you would have grown it inside. I dropped it last season, but didn't know what to do with it. Oh, baby. I grew it last year. Okay, inside, right as berry form aphids got it. I was sad. Oh, hey, saw my baby. She said, "Good God's glorious evening, Auntie Lyndon, everyone. I'm watching on the TV tonight, but my little man has grown the strawberry spinach, and it was his absolute favorite snack. Really? So if the babies like it, I think I would like it too. That sounds good. Okay, that sounds good. Maybe I'll try that way. Yeah, let's try the paper towel method. Usually, the paper towel method will not fail you. Paper towel method have been around for years. And I mean years. When I first came up on YouTube, people were using the paper towel method. So listen, that stuff works. Okay, so try it. Try it. I'll drop seeds for strawberry spinach tonight. Really, Mike? Okay, okay. Well, I want to drop some. I I want to drop some outside, but I may just put a couple of seeds over there in that little hydroponic little thing over there. That may work, huh? Planning to grow marshmallows to make my kit. So, what I want you to do is read about the process that you need to go through when you grow that plant. And what do you do? Okay. So, learn about the process of the marshmallow. Okay. Yeah. The whole thing, including the berries, tastes like spinach. Oh, okay. All right. I make a mullein tincture. All right. And it works very well. And listen, I know that mullein really does work. It really works, baby. It really do. Um, oh, wait a minute, y'all. Let's see something. Let me make sure I didn't miss nothing. Okay, very good. Okay. Oh, you talking to Mike? Hey, LGG, how you doing, baby? Good to see you. For my faith. Hey, baby, how are you doing? How are you? So good to see you, baby. Yeah. Mike said I bought peppers inside in 2023 to overwinter. Had aphids. Oh, that was a war. I can imagine, man. I can imagine. Yeah, Food by Faith is here, y'all. Hey, baby. How are you? How are you? Okay, let's get back. I know. I miss her too, LGG. Yeah, I miss her too. All right. So the next thing is now, and this is another thing that I have had problems. As you can see, the seed pack has never been opened because I have tried it before, right? And that is stevia. Now, most people say the seeds need to be stratified, and I understand that too, right? So, I do have a pack in a refrigerator, and we're going to try the paper towel method for stevia because usually, if I have a stevia plant, I have purchased the plant, which, you know, but anyway, I got seeds, so I'm going to try to drop the seed. All right. And then it is sage. It's sage, y'all. So I don't know how many of you all have, and Food by Faith, you are here. She had a beautiful kitchen garden. Just having yourself a kitchen garden right outside of the door that you go into your garden. Like as soon as you enter your garden, you have a kitchen garden. And in that kitchen garden, you have all of these things you use in your kitchen, like dill and sage and parsley and cilantro and green onions and all of those things that you use in cooking. So when you need those things, you go right outside your door, clip what you need, come back in and cook. That's a kitchen garden. Hey, Tia, Food by Faith said, I have grown stevia, but only inside. Okay. I could not get it to grow outside from seed. Yeah. But I'm going to try the paper towel method with the stevia after I let it cold stratify for about another 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to see if we can get it started. I do in a green stalk. So, Cheryl, your seeds germinated in the green stalk, your stevia seeds? Is that what you're saying? Okay, the next one is, and that is these flowers, nasturtiums. Nasturtiums. Nasturtiums is used to trap bad bugs. That's what they for. They trap bad bugs. I love my kitchen garden. Yeah, baby. My husband accidentally cut my blue sage plant to too low, and now I have to start all over. Oh, it had grown that sage plant into a big bush. Oh, I can remember when we was first talking about kitchen gardens, and the only people I knew who had a kitchen garden was you and I had kitchen gardens, and they were just beautiful. Yours was just amazing. I could still see it outside the screen under there. But it was just so cool to have a kitchen garden because in these days and times, the way our food is being treated today, um, oh yeah, veggie. Veggie had a kitchen garden. Hey baby, the way our food is being treated today, we can have the food we need, especially those foods like that. I tell you what I did, family. I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought almost 20 of those black buckets. And one year I had all my buckets red, but these I had all these black buttons. Oh, wait a minute, family. Oh, okay. All right, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Let me find this, y'all. Give me a minute, family. Oh, I haven't did this in so long. I don't forgot how to do it. All right, let's see. Let's go here. There we go. Mm, mm, okay. There we go. All right. um, I think I did that right. All right. What are you saying, Maria? Yeah, but a kitchen garden is just a great thing to have, right? It's just amazing. And if you ever get one, I had these black buckets from Dollar Tree. And in each one of the buckets, I planted sage, I planted dill, I had green onions, leeks. I had all the things I need for my garden. I had a curry tree in there, just all these little wonderful things that I cook with. And it is just beautiful. Oh, he did. Well, thank him. Thank you, Led, my man. Led, she said Led 73 sent me. Oh, thank you, Led. Thank you, man. Hey, baby. Thank you for being here. My nasturtiums and herbs, kitchen gardens, were huge from feeding them with super juice. I bet they did. But this is another thing I want to say is that nasturtiums are edible. They are, family. They are. But this is what I want you to know about any edible flower, any of them. Okay? Remember that edible flowers, they do have some kind of medications inside of them. What did he say? Okay, cool. Right? So if you are on a daily maintenance medicine, be careful of the flowers you go out and eat from your garden. Okay? Be careful of those things. You don't know if they're gonna clash. right? And next thing you know, your family be looking for you and you be laying down in your garden somewhere. So be careful about just eating these flowers. Okay? Are you ready? You ready? Okay. All right, family. So our guest is here, y'all. So anybody want to guess who the guest is? I know who y'all will say it is. But you all guess who it is. Say yes, yes. Please be mindful of consuming all of the different flowers. Like I take a medication and it clashes with grapefruit. So I'm glad my doctor told me that is great, baby. Because I see some people, they really just start eating these flowers. A lot of medication is made from plants. So be be safe, baby. Don't do that. Wait, what you say? Wait a minute. Um, I put nasturtium leaves in my salad instead of black pepper. Okay, good. Lisa says growing out the box. Okay, I'm gonna guess lead. Okay, Bob Brownlee says turf. Bridget says growing out the box. Oh, okay. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, because people get crazy, huh, man? Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Now, if I could find it, let me go find it now. Hold on, man. Let me see. Can I find where I put that link at? Mm. Okay, I'm coming. Give me a minute. Oh, there it is. All right. All right, y'all. Let me get to the bottom of the chat and we go bring our guests up. Somebody say, Harvey, I have flowers all over my garden. The more the better. All right. So y'all say turf, but it's not turf. No. Hey, say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was trying to make sure my light is how the light look to you.
It look all right. I can see you.
Okay. Yeah.
I can
Well,
see
we
something white behind you. What is that?
on
Other
this
side.
side.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
not that side.
my
That's
Buddha.
Buddha. Okay.
Yeah. Because I can't see the screen, so I'm just the screen is small for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but I can read the chat, so that's all I'm worried about.
everybody is saying hello. Hello.
So, am I live?
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Going
Let
out
me
the
see.
box.
Did you share it to yours?
I think. Let me see here. I'll do that. Let's just keep it
Because
moving because I ain't finna hit nothing and then zap up out of here. I'm already at the end of your live. What's up, Jigs? Because I got this thing set up, like I said, with my iPad on the bottom so I can see everything, but visually I can't see you as well because it's on my cell phone.
okay.
But we
Uh,
but we are
okay.
good though. We're
We're
good.
good.
Oh yeah.
All right, family. So basically, I was talking about right now. We were talking about um, many people going out eating flowers that is edible. They're eating them just because they're edible, and I think sometimes it's dangerous to do that.
Yeah, if
That's
you're
just
definitely
my
on, I would say the same thing. If you're on any type of medications or anything, that's definitely something you want to take into account
right, right,
because those herbs are medication.
exactly.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I invited Growing Out the Box to be here tonight because one of the things I wanted to talk to us about growing our vegetables is one vegetable we all have problems with. All of us. All of us. So before I tell you all, tell me one specific plant that you have problems getting fruit from. One.
And that's for the chat, not for me.
No, it's for the chat. It's not for you. Hey, Bayou baby. So, what
Uh,
plant that you see that you have problems with, but many people in the community have problem with it too? Would you say, Bridget? Bridget says squash.
okay, we're getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see everybody
Thank
speaking
you.
in here.
Thank you, my zucchini squash due to the heifer.
Okay,
Sylvia, Sylvia said because of that heifer.
okay. Somebody must have got the note.
Yeah, I'm serious, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Celery, God mercy, celery, cucumbers. Mm. So let me say this while you all putting your answer in. Let me just say this. Cucumbers are they are a squash, but that heifer don't like cucumbers. She don't like cucumbers. I've gotten good results with Growing Out the Box citrus soil mix. Oh, well, wonderful.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, tomatoes. I
Who
don't
said
have
that?
problems growing it. It's that stupid bug that keep messing with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Growing Out the Box, I'm gonna turn it over to you. So you tell what
Now
is
this is your show. I'm
well,
just
I'm
here
just turning it
to
over to
assist
you
you.
because see, I got problem with that heifer too.
Okay. Well, I guess the thing that everybody was talking about, we get more squash in here than anything. But yeah, that squash vine board, that's that heifer we talking about.
Yeah, that's the heifer, y'all. That's the
Yeah.
heifer.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but just a couple of things that we can do in doing that. One of the things that I was experimenting with last year that got me to the end of the season, but it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work just keeping the plant alive, and that's that the the injections that I do to the vines.
Hmm.
It does work. You know, that's the Bacillus thuringiensis that you know inject into the vine,
Hmm.
but it is a lot of work. I don't know if I, matter of fact, I'm not going to do it this year because, as you already know, I got my little squash cage now, so that's going to be my thing and moving forward. But another thing that I've been kind of tinkering with also was something that you probably just seen the video on was that fulvic acid extract that I've been using on the plants. So that's something that I'm really excited about trying with that this year. And one of the reasons why that fulvic acid extract works real well because it builds up the cell walls in the plant, so making all the nutrients in the soil available, and kind of like just building up, like giving your garden a workout, giving your plant a workout, so those cell walls are thicker, and it gives a little more time for that squash vine board larvae to penetrate. So that's two of the things that I've been doing to play around with. And then there is, I think we were talking last night, Miss Linda, about the pyrethrum daisies.
Yeah.
Uh, that is, that's a definite, that's a definite win, but with a caveat.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to ask you about the cage.
hmm
So tell me about the cage. Will the cage be for sale? How tall is it? What? Give
The
me the
cage
specific.
is 6 by 8 by 10, so it's about the size of a small bedroom. I got a wraparound garden bed inside of it, so I can do it in tiers. So I can do like a level down and then put me a little rack up and then put another bed on top of that. That's part of the plan, but I don't know if I'm going to offer it for sale right now because I got the three zippers. That's definitely going to be. in the store because that's actually on the way right now. So I'm
Hmm.
waiting for that to get here in transit. I didn't want to overwhelm myself with too much at one time because
Hmm.
I'm just getting my courage to get back into the overseas ordering. And then, of
Okay.
course, you got all this other stuff going on out here, which kind of
Hmm.
makes me a little nervous,
Hmm.
because you're
Hmm.
putting money out there and then you're not sure how that's going to get delayed. But I got it early enough in the year to where the tracking now is telling me it's like 15 days out. So
Hmm.
we'll be well ahead of ourselves in terms of having it ready for when the season begins. So,
So, what do you mean the season begin? Because we all have these different.
springtime, yeah, just because like what we're talking about, just getting back out that 6 weeks. Everybody's going to be on different time frames, of course, because of whatever your grow zone is.
Right.
But I just wanted to make sure that I had everything set up for the store before the season actually begins. So I'm in Georgia Zone 8A. You're in what, nine? I think it is
9.
nine, nine. Yeah.
Hmm.
So of course your
Big
season's going
9,
to be,
baby.
oh
No,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
So you're going to be earlier than I am, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that I had everything in hand, like my compost thermometers. They came in last week, so we're good on that. The
Hmm.
refractometers came in, so we're good on that. The only thing, and because it's bulkier, are the three zipper nettings, and that is my most requested item in the store. So definitely need to have that in there this year. So
Okay.
yeah.
So the other thing I want to talk to you about, and it's just the cool things that I've learned about Pepper's family. Food by Face said, I can't believe I missed out on that elephant garlic you had. I meant to order and had it here once I got here.
Well, food by faith,
Yeah.
you family. So a brother always keep a little something in the pocket.
Oh, it's too
I
sweet.
got I got your address and all that, so I'll get you some out of here. Matter of fact, I'll get it out of here tomorrow because I do still have. I always keep some in reserve, so
Now
I'll
I
send you
don't
some
know. I
out
don't know if
tomorrow.
Food by Faith is home or not. So, Food by Faith, tell us where you are. All
Yeah, I
right.
think she's back. If I'm not mistaken, I
Okay.
think
Well.
she's back.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Where she's home, then that's great.
yeah, yeah. She says
Okay.
she's in
She's
Georgia.
is she home? Good,
Hmm.
baby. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is the next one. I want you to let me say this. This you all see this? Not necessarily the leisure, but just the pepper. We're talking about peppers. How many of you all growing peppers? Which I know should be all of us, but who's growing peppers? Hey, baby.
Oh, and two for
Go ahead.
y'all in the chat.
Hmm.
There's a little lever down here on the side here with the hearts and the 100s. Y'all hit that button over there because that's what shares the live out, and you'll get more of the algorithm in there. So hit those hearts over there to the corner there and make those hearts pop up on the screen because that helps share the live out. Go ahead
That's
and
so
get these.
sweet. Thank
Yeah,
you all.
definitely. Get those.
So, okay, many of us are growing peppers. Okay. I love growing peppers, but you have to start early. We're gonna talk about that, baby. I drop seeds early. So, Food Buffet, I want you to hang in right there. All right. But this is what I want to say to you all before growing out the box take over this one. Many of us know that there are perfect flowers. And when I say perfect flower, I mean a flower that have the male and the female in one flower, like a tomato plant. A tomato plant have the perfect flower. A eggplant, there's another one, perfect flower. Well, all peppers have the perfect flower. And what that means is that you can go out there and shake your pepper plant just like you would do a tomato, or the wind could pollinate those peppers, or seriously, just that pepper growing with the movement will pollinate peppers. Now, beneficial insects are welcomed, but they are not required, right? But this is another thing we want to share with you all about peppers and getting them to start. So listen up, Food by Faith. Listen, baby. All right,
I know.
you got it.
I don't know if y'all can hear that. There's a buck out here.
A what?
A buck,
A deer buck?
a deer buck, and
Okay.
he is doing his little thing right now.
You better
I didn't mean
watch
to
it.
cut you off. Yeah, well, I'm inside my fence, so it's electric fence. So
Same,
it's
same.
but
Hey,
he is
you heard what I
sound.
said, huh? What's up?
What's up? Hey, I gotta go tell y'all about this, right?
Go ahead.
I'm I'm on the phone with Miss Linda last night, right? It's already late. So I guess we're getting ready to get off the phone. So she goes outside and she's walking outside. Then I hear her say, I don't know what's going on, right? All I hear Miss Linda say, "What's up, bruh?" I almost fell out my chair laughing, man. I said, Miss Linda, you must be heavy on the hip right now.
We're gonna put that heat on there, boy.
What's up, bruh?
Hey.
I thought that was the funniest thing in the world, boy. That was too funny. Yeah, but going back to your question about the peppers. Go ahead and keep it rock and
So
roll. I just thought that was funny.
that's okay, man. It was super funny. I loved it though. But
Yeah.
so we all know that peppers, we can get peppers by shaking a plant just like we do our tomatoes because peppers, whether it's hot, sweet, or mild, they all have the perfect flour. But in order to start your peppers, so if you can remember, just like I do my moringa seeds, I take my moringa seeds out of the shell, right? But Keith, tell us, what do you do with peppers?
Pretty much the same thing. I guess the definition that you would be looking for would be scarification, and
Mhm.
that is the key to it. Just basically you cracking the seal on the pepper, and you'll get germination within 24 hours, guaranteed. But you got to have a heat source in order to do that. And I got a little YouTube short on there where it's showing how that actually works. But I use chamomile tea also
Mhm.
as a way to keep the fungus off of it, because sometimes when you put those seeds in the paper towel method, you'll get that little mold starts growing on it. But you
Yeah.
can dip it in some chamomile tea or even some green tea. Green tea works well too, but it keeps that bacteria from growing on. I mean, to keep the fungus from growing on it. But
Hmm.
snipping, taking a little razor blade and snipping just the tip of the radicle, and you'll get germination on any pepper seed within 24 hours. Any pepper seed. I don't care if it's a hot pepper or sweet pepper or whatever the case may be, you're going to get germination within 24 hours. That's been my go to. So when I usually bring my peppers out early spring, I usually have already fruit on my peppers because, of course, I use that 32-ounce styrofoam cups as well. So my peppers are very well matured by that time. And that's the key to it, just being able to snip that radical. You just got to be real delicate with it. But if you just catch it on the edge and hold you some tweezers or something like that with it to keep the seed from
That's
popping,
what I'm.
because that seed shell is very hard, and that's one of the reasons why it takes so long to germinate.
So that's what I'm holding here now. I wanted to show you. You see where that little point is, right? Could you see that, Keith?
I can't see. Yeah, yeah, I can see. Yeah, how
That
you got the
where
snips in
that
the
little
end.
point is? Ah,
Yeah, you'll see like
that's
the
where
little
you.
curve. It's like a
Yeah,
little curve right there, and then where that seed was attached to the fruit, that's
yeah,
your radical right there. That's called the
yeah.
radical.
And you just slice it or put a slice there, right?
Yeah, just nick it. You want to just nick it, because once that seed coating is nicked, scarified is what they, like I said, what they call it. But that allows that moisture to get into the embryo, and that's what triggers the germination. You'll get germination within 24 hours every time if you do that. I had
Now,
so many people tell me that wouldn't work, and it was just funny because a couple of people actually was, I'm going to say man and woman enough to come back and say, hey, I was dead wrong. I got germination.
yeah, but they could see that on a short. Now that short came from Instagram. Do you have it on here
Yeah,
also?
yeah, it's on YouTube as
Oh,
well. I
good.
post on all platforms.
Well, good.
Yeah,
You all go on his channel in his shorts, and you can find it. Okay,
yeah, it's called How to Germinate. Matter of fact, it's called How to Germinate Pepper Seeds Within 24 Hours. That's the
great.
name of the video.
Well,
Yeah,
good, good. That's awesome because just as Food by Faith says, we have always just started peppers early because they took so long, and it makes sense because when I want to start a moringa, I take it out the shell, and basically it's just the same thing, but it's just open up that shell
yep,
so
that's
it can
absolutely.
germinate, just so the soil, the moisture could get in there,
Yep.
and it could germinate.
And I was doing that with I was telling you about the canna lilies,
Right.
because it takes canna lilies almost 3 years to germinate if you don't do some type of scarification. So I was just kind of playing around with it one day, and I was like, I wonder if this will work with a small seed like that,
Yeah.
because the shell is so hard on those pepper seeds. They're not like a tomato,
Hmm.
with tomatoes you can just drop them in water in a couple of days they're gonna germinate. But that
Right.
that pepper seed is so hard, and that's one of the reasons. Well, that's the main reason why it takes so long for it to germinate, because that seed has to start decaying
Right.
before that moisture can get on the inside. So I figured that out by just when I was growing cannas and trying to get those to germinate fast, and doing the same thing like you were doing with your moringa seeds. So it's the
Hmm.
exact same thing.
Hmm. So Mike says soaking in peroxide helps thinning that shell too.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think anytime you kind of break through a shell of anything, you can get a quicker germination.
Yep.
And seriously, I needed that for the peppers. I think a lot of us needed that for
Especially
the
for hot peppers. Especially for hot peppers. Because
yeah,
hot peppers take that much longer to germinate. So
exactly.
the sweet peppers, the seeds aren't as hard, but those hot peppers, like I had the Carolina Reapers.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I had so many seeds because I actually did more of the Carolina Reapers than I needed because I didn't think they
Mhm.
would germinate. But that was the first time I did that, and
So
every
I
last
grew
one of them
these
germinated.
these Carolina Reapers,
Oh
the
yeah,
peak.
those things are serious.
And my grandson, I don't know if we did a little short where he said, "Oh, it's
He,
not that high."
he tasted
It's,
one,
he pulled it off the plant,
a
and
Carolina Reaper.
this and listen to me. He will never do that again.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah. Let me tell you my experience with a Carolina Reaper. Right,
Yeah.
I'm in here saving seeds, and I'm gonna tell you guys, when you start talking about uh the gas that pepper puts off, pepper
Hmm.
gas,
Hmm.
there's a such thing. It's called pepper gas.
Yeah.
If you put water on a Carolina Reaper seed, it creates a gas. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm just saying. I was in the kitchen calling myself cleaning off the cutting board that I was getting my seeds out of, and as soon as that water hit it, it took my breath away. I had to literally run outside just to keep from passing out. Pepper gas. Yeah,
I
it
don't
is real.
I don't mess with that hot stuff.
Yeah, it's serious. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was serious. So
Well,
you
here's
want to
just,
definitely be careful with
other
that.
other peppers that I'm growing this year. These peppers, they are really good, real cool. Just to give other people just ideas of the peppers that I'm growing. And
And
I'm
another thing too, to help your peppers, because I know a lot of people were asking me last year, like, how was I getting that deep color out of the peppers?
mm-hmm,
Uh, you can use that. uh, what is it called? Great White is what I use on there, and it's a, a fungus that you put in your soil, and
Hmm.
it, I mean, it pulls all the phosphorus out. I know you're always talking about getting that phosphorus to the plant, but that Great
Right.
White has what they call a arbuscular mycorrhiza in it, and the
Yes.
arbuscular mycorrhiza is like, I mean, it literally creates roots all throughout your soil with that hyphae network, and it extends your root network. So,
Okay.
Great
So
White is the
can I
brand that I
make
use.
it? Can I make it in my garden?
No, Great White is hard to culture. I've tried it, and I haven't been successful at culturing it, but you can buy a small little thing, and it's
Mhm.
the fungus is called arbuscular, but it comes in the great white container, and it lasts for years because I've had mine for probably about 3 years now, and it's still almost full. It just a little goes a long way, but as you
Mhm.
transplant your peppers, tomatoes as
Mhm.
well, pretty much anything in the garden, it doesn't work real well on brassicas, so I don't use it on the brassicas, but like on my garlic
Mhm.
it that's one of the reasons why I get those bulbs so large on the garlic because I use that arbuscular mycorrhiza on it.
Mhm.
But if you put that in your peppers,
Mhm.
it's going to make a big difference because what it's going to do is it's going to allow those roots via the arbuscular mycorrhiza fungi to get down deeper into the soil and tap into your water resources, your nutrients, all of those things, and you can literally put your garden on autopilot. I mean, it just makes your job so much easier when you add those little things there. Once
Mhm.
it's in your
It's in.
soil, but you have to keep roots in the ground.
Mhm.
It's not gonna thrive without having to be attached to something.
Right. But
And it
I'm
just goes
working
good.
on the things that you said. One of the things that you said,
Hmm.
I'm
What was
closing the
that?
loop. What is
Oh
that close?
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Closing the
See,
loop. Yes.
that's
Yes.
what I'm working on.
Yes.
And I have
And
always worked on that because I always asked the question, what's in the bag?
that's right.
You know what I mean?
And that whole closing the loop, I'm really digging hard into that this year
Good.
because you know the first few years, of course, a lot of experimenting, and then the last 2 years more of the trying to get into more of the technical terms of what I was trying to do so I can do
Right.
better research and be able to translate that over to a conversation that's not going to run everybody off like some of these really smart YouTubers out here do. So
Mhm.
I know sometimes I can get a little, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
come on back, bro.
Sometimes,
Come here.
some,
Come here.
yeah,
Come here.
sometimes you have to bring me back in a little bit because
Just a
I
little
get
bit. Just a
excited when
little.
I start learning those things. But
Yeah.
it's just it really is fascinating when we start talking about that whole closing the loop, and being able to grow our own fertilizers. Like the alfalfa that I'm growing now. I hear a lot of people now talking about they're using alfalfa in the garden, and I
Yeah.
usually buy my alfalfa from uh, Tractor Supply. It's
Mhm.
the Staley, and I'm gonna give the brand because there's only one that I know of that's organic.
Mhm.
All the rest of them, you're gonna have some type of
Yeah.
steroids in it. You don't want to buy just any alfalfa. I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right off the rip, because what
Yeah.
you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be putting those antibiotics that's in that bag in your
Mhm.
soil, and you're gonna be
Right.
killing your bacteria.
And see, that's the thing about me. I always strive to find um, plants that I grow in my garden that I could feed my garden, like my plantains. I feed my garden the leaves, my sugar cane. I make molasses from it so I can feed my garden also. And of course, all the scraps, whether I use it in super juice or putting it back into the soil, but I want to use what is in my garden, right?
That's right. That's right.
But um, Mike was saying something. What did you say? Oh, he was talking about these chocolate habaneros. He said they're beautiful, but they are flavorless. Now that's another thing we talked about the other night.
Yes.
Is that sometimes we can grow the same fruit or vegetable,
That's right.
and we get different tastes because of our soil.
Soil. Absolutely. And
The
I get that question a lot when we're talking about especially the black cherry tomato. That's my number one little jewel right there, the black cherry tomato. And no matter when I post that video that has that cherry tomato in there, the question is always going to be, what does it taste like?
yeah,
I find that to be really irrelevant because what it tastes like in my soil is going to taste totally different than if it's in
yeah,
your soil
right,
because your flavor and the nutrients that are taken up from your soil is what actually creates the flavor. So
right.
we can grow the exact same plants, but they're going to taste different based
Yeah.
upon what you are
Yes,
fertilizing your soil with.
it's true.
And
And
more so for organics, because if you just putting synthetics in, you're gonna get flavorless fruit.
right. So the one that I saw garden, well, her garden is just amazing. But I know she used alfalfa. She shared it with us, and that's veggie garden. My
Yes,
God, veggie
yep,
garden. Oh my God. Veggie farming garden is just amazing. And she
yeah,
shared how she used her alfalfa. She used it as some even like a super juice
yep,
and
yep.
many ways, not just one way. But her garden is just amazing.
Yeah,
But those
Veggie Farm is on point with it.
oh my God. Yes, she is. She really is. Her garden is like a picture on a magazine, I tell you.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
really
A
is.
gorgeous garden,
And she
well
get
thought out.
amazing harvests.
Yeah, well thought out, well thought
Yeah.
out. And I
Yeah.
saw her out there just when she was tearing down those wood frame little house that she had out there where she was covering up. She did all that. I mean, unless she had somebody coming in to move some stuff when the camera was
Yeah.
off, she was out there moving that stuff. I was like, girl, you done made me tired watching you.
Veggie farming, say something so I can put you up
Yeah,
here on the screen,
yeah. She
please.
got down on that whole project when she tore down her old little netting cage that she had and
Yeah.
brought the
That
whole new thing out. She did a thing on that. So yeah,
yeah,
much
she
respect, much respect.
and listen, this is not, her first year where her garden is amazing. It has just always, she have grown,
Yes,
from one step to like every year she just grows. And that's the way people, that's the way you do, things you did
right.
last year. You don't maybe you don't do that process because now you know a better way or easier way, but you're
Yep,
doing something just a little differently in your garden, right?
yep,
And that's
right.
what she does. She
And keeping those roots in the soil. I see everybody's kind of touching on the alfalfa again, but
okay.
the alfalfa, the greatest benefit that I found with that alfalfa, it has a, a root stimulator, or it's actually a hormone in
Hmm.
the plant that's called triacontanol,
Try
and that is
continental.
triacontanol. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when y'all were seeing my collard greens and all my brassicas last
Hmm.
year that I was growing in those 32-ounce cups, and you saw the leaves just flopping
Hmm.
all over the place.
Hmm.
That I think is attributed to that alfalfa and that stimulant that it has, that it really targets seedlings more than anything. And if you want to
Hmm.
give your seedlings a good jump start, that
Hmm.
alfalfa is it. And then going back to your point, Miss Linda, where we were talking about closing the loop,
Hmm.
I've fallen in love with that alfalfa because I've been using it for about 3 years now. So
Okay.
of course, the first thing I want to do is, how do I grow this? You
Exactly.
know,
And I
so
like that thinking. I do.
we're gonna
You know,
close the loop.
close that loop. That's it.
That's
That's
right.
it.
So
That's
so I got a whole, what is it, a 4 by 20 foot bed
I
of
saw you. I saw
dedicated
you
to
when you pulled
alfalfa.
the cover off of it,
Yeah.
bruh.
and that's my baby. So
No.
my whole season could go bad long as that alfalfa come through.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm
And I
really
did get
focused
some
on
alfalfa because Veggie really, she really made me want to try that
yes,
because
yes.
her garden is just so amazing, you know.
Now,
And my whole thing is I want to drop seeds, but at the end of the day, I got to get a harvest. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I want
now,
food. And when you look at her garden, not only is her garden beautiful and everything looks so healthy, but look at what she harvests.
that's
See what
right.
I'm saying? The harvest
And
is amazing. And that's what
yeah,
I want. I want to bring food in the kitchen. I want food to bring in the kitchen to eat now and to preserve some for later.
and a big part too in getting those big leafy greens, like because Miss Linda, you get down too with them greens now, because
Just a little bit.
I see you pack them all together, and I was like, okay, that's some amazing stuff that you're doing there. But it
Mhm.
all goes down, and I literally say it all goes down to the soil.
That's
You
it.
know, if
Hmm.
you're not culturing that soil, constantly
Hmm.
putting those inputs in, because even when I see a lot of people putting their organic fertilizers out, even with
Hmm.
the alfalfa, for example,
Hmm. Hmm.
you have to replenish with compost every
Yes.
time you put those organic materials in your garden,
Hmm.
because the more, of course, the more bacteria and fungi you have in your soil, the faster that stuff's going to get broken down. And until the microbes in the soil break it down, it's not going to be available to your plant. So it's not like a
Exactly.
synthetic where you can just go out there
Put
and
it.
sprinkle that stuff in the soil and then next week your plants are going to grow. You have to have
Exactly.
a head start.
Right.
So that's one of the reasons also why I wanted to grow the alfalfa,
Yeah.
for my own personal, so I can have that anytime I need it, you know.
And that is great. And that's why, like, all through the season, when I'm taking off bad plants from the bottom, and that's how you take off bad plants, that's how you
That's right.
should, is the bad leaves come from the bottom. And I use them all as green manure.
Yep,
And I put them all in that bed with those plants. So when those plants are growing, that green manure from them
that's
is
right.
feeding them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, on that same note, where you talking about, Miss Linda, we were kind of chopping up on that last night. I know a lot of people have a problem with the super juice and the smell.
Right,
Okay,
right.
well, you can take through osmotic pressure, and I ain't gonna go too deep into this,
All
but
right, D, because you
yeah,
know I'm gonna pull you in now. I'm gonna pull
yeah,
you
pull me in if I go too far out there. But osmotic pressure, like you can put brown sugar equal parts
in.
and
Mm-hmm.
dice up your greens like you're talking about now,
Mm-hmm.
um, and drop that into a bucket. Put you some netting over it, and you leave that for about 14 days. It'll
Mm-hmm.
pull all of that juices out of those nutrients, pull all the nutrients out of the leaves.
Yeah.
That is some of the most powerful fertilizers you ever want to add to your
So
garden.
you
One
talk about
tablespoon.
super juice, huh?
Oh, you talking about super juice.
That sounds
Super
amazing,
juice.
man. That
Yeah,
sounds
but it
amazing.
is so simple, and what it does, it smells almost like a wine.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get that smell that comes along. Even with the fish hydrolysis that I make now,
Yeah.
I don't use the fish fertilizer anymore because
Mm-hmm.
I can make my own fish hydrolysis. And you being right there on the coast, I mean, you could get that fish, take
Right.
all your little fish gut parts, grind
Yeah.
it up in a blender, and then mix that 50%
Mm-hmm.
with your brown sugar. Let
Yeah.
that sit for about 2, 3 weeks. Go
Mm-hmm.
back to it. You
Mm-hmm.
got fish hydrolysis. Add you a little something in there that's acidic, and I use my liquid whey when I do that. I add a cup of my liquid whey, mix it in with it, let
Mm-hmm.
that sit for about 2, 3 weeks. You come back better than soups, better than that 511,
I
better
believe
than
that.
511.
But I hear people say, "Oh, but it stink." Listen,
Yeah,
super juice stinks. It does,
it works.
but it not only does it work, the smell doesn't last that long.
That's right.
I'm accustomed to it,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna feed my plants, but I'm accustomed to the smell, and it doesn't
Yeah.
bother me at all. It
And
really
what
don't.
and what we need to understand also, if you use the super juice in your soil and that smell does not dissipate
Hmm.
within a couple of hours,
Right.
then that means that your soil is
Oh,
anaerobic. You got an
exactly.
issue somewhere else. It's not the
Right.
super juice because, like we were talking about last night, that super juice, your soil is going to correct itself,
Exactly.
and you have bacteria and fungi in your soil that's there to attack bad bacteria, and it
Hmm.
offsets whatever you put in there. Any like because with the super juice, it's a, an aerobic,
Hmm.
type fermentation that
Hmm.
sits for. So it is bad bacteria, but bad
Hmm.
bacteria also can grow good fruit.
Good.
But there
Really,
has to be a
it's
balance in there.
really, but it's almost a natural way,
Yeah,
because if you look in the forests, in the woods, that is exactly what's happening
yeah,
in the forests, in the woods, with leaves and trees going down and rain. It's the same thing, right? So,
yeah,
but anyway,
yeah.
I'm not gonna
Somebody
stop
say,
you.
somebody
I
say,
find something
pollinate that
different.
like button. Somebody say, pollinate that like button.
Yeah. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna share with you all. Let me see how many I have here. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I have six tomatoes I'm going to share with you. That these are definitely six tomatoes that I will grow. What tomatoes are you growing out the box?
Well, because I try to keep my black cherry tomato like as close to I can to its original state,
Hmm.
I only grow literally two, maybe three. I got the my sweetie, which I keep on the opposite end of the garden,
What's the name
and
of it?
it's called a sweetie.
Sweetie.
They're yeah, they're real small, real tiny cherries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
and
a,
then
I mean, small, like a super 100, sweet 100.
uh almost little, maybe a little larger than a grape.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
called sweeties. So
All
I
right.
like those. And then I
Okay.
put those on the opposite end of the garden, and then my black cherries on the absolute opposite end of the garden. I keep
Okay.
those together, and then the queen of the nights are on another area in the garden. So I keep all
Ah,
of those
you grow the
separated.
queen of the night.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
queen of the night a bad girl too now.
Oh
But what
yeah.
I try to
Oh
do with those two, even if they cross pollinate,
yeah. Uh-huh.
you still want to do like you can net whatever ones, and you can go over and tickle it. I like to say that, tickle it a little
Of
bit,
course.
and then put
Uh-huh.
you before it even opens up, and then put you a gardanza bag or whatever that's called over it, the one of the little
Yeah.
net bags
A little knit
to
bag.
keep
Hmm.
any from getting cross pollinated from anything. And that's where you want to save your seeds at.
Right.
And that's how those seeds have gotten darker over the last few years, because even
Okay.
from the time that I first got them, they turn darker now than they did when I first got the seeds. And this is my third, this will be my fourth generation with those seeds.
Okay. So Food Buffet say I feel like cherry style tomatoes pack a punch of flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. And Mike
And the
say,
thing too with
uh-huh.
cherries, because I get a lot of people say, well, cherries they don't have the acidity that regular tomatoes. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. The reason why we think that they don't have the acidity is because the sweetness masks the acidity of them, but they're just as acidic. That's
Yeah.
something that I hear a lot of people say. Well, cherry tomatoes don't have the acidity. They are just as acidic. They just don't have
Yeah.
the flavor is masking the acidity of it. So
Yeah. Okay, so this tomato, I grew this tomato for the first time last year, but I'm gonna grow again, y'all. And this is the calabrese. Let me move, Mike. Let me put you down, Mike. There we go. So it's this tomato, the calabash. It's It's meaty, it's dark, it's good, y'all. It's so good. And I love it. I love it on sandwiches. I love eating it just right out there. This is another one I'm growing. This is the Bartley tie dye. I don't know if you all heard of
Oh,
this one,
that's a
but
pretty one. Yeah.
it's pretty. Oh, let me tell you, this thing is juicy and flavorful. Oh my gosh,
What's the color on the inside?
she looks like that,
Oh, okay.
speckly green and dark, just a dark meated tomato
Okay.
with some green in it.
So that's what we call, what's that dark called?
It's called Barkley tie dye pink.
No, I'm talking about the darkness of it, that that chemical that.
Anthocyanins.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, of course, this one is the black creme.
Now I
So
didn't
it's
like. I grew the black creme a couple
yeah.
of years ago. I didn't like the black creme.
Why? What you didn't like about her?
It just, I don't know. It just wasn't what I thought it would be in terms
See,
of.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
see,
just.
that's a lot of things when I tell my children to taste things, they want to compare it to something,
Yeah.
and I tell them, don't compare it to anything.
Yeah.
Let it be what it is.
And see, so I'm so used to my small tomatoes, which pack a little more punch with the sugars.
Right.
When I tasted that, I was like, that's not even,
She
what
is
I thought
good
it would
to
be.
me. This
She's
girl is
pretty
good.
though.
She
She's
is
pretty.
pretty. She is dark. She is meaty. I love dark tomatoes, as you all
Yes.
can see.
Yeah.
And of course, this one is the Cherokee Purple. My God. Listen, I cannot grow a tomato without growing this one. This is just one of, I want to say this is my number three tomato.
So what would be your favorite tomato of all?
My favorite tomato is a Creole tomato.
Okay.
It's called Creole. But this is my number two tomato. His name is Mr. Paul Robeson.
Okay.
The story, the history of this tomato is the thing that drew me to it before I fell in love with the tomato. Mr. Paul Robeson was a black man. He was an opera singer. He was a civil rights advocate. He lived in Germany, Russia. I'm sorry, he lived in Russia. And matter of fact, the Russians gave him, named this tomato after him, Paul Robeson. And that's my top five tomatoes.
Yes, man.
And so you grow two different types of tomatoes and you grow them at different ends of your garden. You don't
Yep.
grow them together. Why?
No.
Because of cross
Uh,
pollination?
yeah, because the black cherry is of course my favorite. So
Okay.
and I'll tell the story behind that one day because it's
Okay.
you know I get a little tear jerky when I tell that story, but that came from somebody that was very dear to me. So when we
Got
start
you.
talking about heirlooms, um,
Mhm.
that's one of the things that you want to have a backstory to it. And with
Yes.
that particular black cherry tomato, and that's one of the reasons why I took it down off the website because I was selling it for a while, and
Mhm.
then I decided to be a little more giving on who I give it to.
Okay.
So there are a few people in probably in this live right here that has it, but I'm very selective on who I send it to because
Mm.
what I don't want is for people to start popping up and then selling the seeds everywhere. So
But
I
see,
am a
that is the
little.
wonderful thing about heirlooms. Every heirloom have a story.
Yeah,
Every heirloom, simply because they are 50 years or older. So they have stories of, how trading,
yeah,
just even when we're talking about, what is it? The fish pepper. Oh my God, the story of the fish pepper,
mhm,
so That's what I love about heirlooms. They have stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one definitely does, like we were talking a little bit last night even about, how the cat came to us. That was
Yeah.
kind of like a whole little package,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
and and I know I've been here for about 20 years, so I know the history at least of that seed for the last 20 years. I've only been growing it for the last 3, 4 years maybe, but I know of the history for the last 20, and I know at least what I was told about where the seeds came from before then.
Hmm.
And we're talking about from the 30s. That's where the
Hmm.
lineage of the seeds come from that I have. I don't know
Yeah.
about anybody else's black cherry, and everybody looks at mine and they'll be like, yours looks different than mine.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they come from a place that I know where they've been at least for the last 20
Wow.
years.
Wow.
And from the person that I got them from, they're telling me that they came from the 30s and they belong to her grandmother, the seeds that she had.
Okay.
So yeah, after I kind of, I had them up on the site, like I said, for a while, and then I started. This is what, like a couple of years ago, but when I really started getting into the garden and really starting to, kind of marry myself into it,
Hmm.
I was like, I was doing it a disservice by just offering it to anybody for sale. I want to have it go to
Yeah.
places and then have somebody to at least understand, like, don't
Yeah.
just don't just throw it out there simply because it's a pretty tomato and people are going to ask you for it. I mean,
Yeah.
they are going to ask you for it because wherever that sunlight hits them at,
Mhm.
they're gonna turn a deep, dark purple, almost look jet black. I mean, it's
Wow.
so unique. But like I said, this is not a Baker Creek. It's not a anywhere that I've. This was gifted to me by somebody that's no longer with us.
Right.
So, and
Right.
after she passed, I really kind of went back and put some extra thought into what I wanted to do with the seeds. And so I was like, I want to share them, but I want to share them with people who I believe is going to, you
Yeah.
know, play into the
I know what
history of
you're
it.
saying.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and
So
really
like,
appreciated and
yes, yes,
yeah, and value them. And
yeah,
I get it. So Veggie says, I wonder if I chop the top off of my indeterminate tomato plant to keep it smaller, will it still produce?
yeah. Why
I
wouldn't it?
think so.
Yeah, because what it'll
Because
do, it'll just create side branches.
side shoots. And I was thinking that maybe it's like topping your pepper, because when you top
Yeah,
your pepper, you it stops it from going up, but it goes wider. You get more
yeah.
um,
Because because with
leaves.
any plant, that's
Yeah,
like that with any plant. The
yeah.
term is called apical dominance.
And that's what I do to my Brussels sprouts. And I keep trying to tell
Yeah,
people how to grow
yeah.
them. You just pull that head out the top of a Brussels sprout,
Mhm.
and you will get your Brussels sprouts.
That's right.
It's like,
Apical dominance is what it's called, what that
yeah.
phenomenon is called. So if you have a branch that's the tallest on your bush
Hmm.
or tree or whatever it is that you're growing, that's
Hmm.
going to take all the energy from everything around it because it's the dominant one. So if you take that down lower or at the
Yeah.
same rate, your plant will
It's gonna go
automatically
on.
bush out. Yeah, that's
Yes.
just the nature of the plant. It's like whatever the strongest is, it's going to dominate. And again, that feature is called apical dominance. I
Try
mean,
one of
plants
them,
are just
Veggie.
amazing.
Try one of them, Veggie. I think it'll work, baby.
Yeah, yeah, definitely it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. It'll work. It'll
Because
work.
I do that to my cherries. My cherries are indeterminate because I got my obelisk trellis that I grow it on. When it gets to the top, I just hit it up the top, and it'll
Hmm.
start putting out more side shoots, and that's why I keep wrapping it around the trellis so it keeps growing from the side. But she'll
Hmm.
keep producing all the, and that's one of the things that I do love about both my dark tomatoes, which is, and I think somebody was asking me what is my favorite tomato. My favorite tomato is the black cherry tomato,
Yeah.
followed right behind the queen of the night. And both of those tomatoes went all the way down to 28 degrees
Hmm.
several nights in a row before the plant. succumb to the cold. So
Hmm.
it's not only extremely heat tolerant, is actually one of the cold tolerant plants that you're going to
Hmm.
have in terms of tomatoes. So
Hmm.
when your season is done, that's when those black cherries are done. They're not done until that freeze come in. They're going to make it all the way down to the freeze. And they're very resistant to disease, blight, all of those things there. So for me, it goes back to your point, Miss Linda, when you was talking about growing things that's meant to grow in your garden,
Hmm.
and that's some of the things that I try to embrace now, and it just makes your job so much easier. We try to grow so much that's not supposed to be growing in our garden, and then we wonder why our season doesn't turn out well. Well,
Hmm.
when you see my garden, you're going to pretty much see the same thing growing every year, because every year I'm doing a trial and error of what grows best, and whatever grows best in my climate, that's what's going to be in the garden next year, because I'm looking to just, compile upon whatever those nutrients are, and they acclimated to my environment, as
That's
opposed to
it.
keep trying all these different tomatoes and stuff.
Right, 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 right. And do I understand that? I do understand that perfectly, And the most important thing I do is the majority of my garden, the big meat part of my garden is the foods that I love to eat because
Right.
ain't no sense of me growing it if I don't eat it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will have in containers, probably Dollar Tree buckets, because those are my favorites for trying new things. And not only necessary new, but it could be something that I have eaten from the store. And Mike and I have talked about this. Like if you go to the store and you purchase something, like the new vegetable I was telling you about, right?
Oh yeah, and I want that tomato too. That tomato tree you were talking about.
Oh, you knew
I
exactly
want that.
what I
Yeah,
was
I want
talking
that tomato tree, because
about.
that
Okay.
looks so interesting to me. I like unique stuff also, but something like that, I'd be willing to try that. Now, what I
Yeah.
will do, I'll
Hmm.
I'll put that baby in a net, because
Yeah,
I don't want it to cross pollinate with my other plants. But
exactly.
that's because they, like you said, they're wind pollinated, so you can put them in a net, keep the
Right.
bees from getting to it. But one of
Exactly.
the caveats also to doing the wind pollination, you're going to get better fruit set. And this
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm talking about with pollinators. This
Mm-hmm.
is the reason why pollinators are so popular and why they're so relevant in our gardens. You're going to
Yes.
get better fruit set from
Mm-hmm.
cross pollination.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get a more nutrient dense fruit
Mm-hmm.
from cross pollination.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, and then you're going to get more fruit from cross pollination. So the biodiversity of the plant is what's going to give you all that. And that's something that I learned really growing my blueberries.
Right.
When you cross those blueberry bushes together, I hear so many people, well, I got one blueberry bush and it's self pollinated and you're going to get some fruit off of it. And why your berry's so small, my blueberries are the size of grapes.
Yeah.
And that's because they're all set up to cross pollinate. So cross pollination is one of the advantages that
It's a
we
good
have
thing.
in nature.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a big difference. We can tickle her and all that, and that's good, but the cross pollination, if you want
Cross
the
pollination.
best tasting fruit, cross pollination is how it happens.
Exactly. And it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That is the natural way
Yep.
to
Yep.
grow
Open
food.
pollinated. Yeah, open
Open
pollinated is what that.
pollination. That's
Yep.
it. And that is the thing about all heirlooms. They are all open pollinated,
That's right.
right? And that's the
That's right.
cool thing about them is, yeah. But I love it. I love it. And as I said, just like any tomato plant, you know, you just what you call it, tickling them.
Oh
But
yeah, I love the tickler.
yeah,
I love the tickler. I love the tickler. Just get out there and tickle her a little bit. She like to be tickled now. Don't get me wrong now. And then you go out there a couple of days later, you start seeing that the little baby start popping up. Yeah, and it's crazy because my wife be like, "I see you out there making love to them flowers again."
say, boy, come on in this
So
house.
yeah, you need to stop touching them plants like that. You getting a little too serious. You got to
Somebody
go out
go
there and
call them folks on you, boy.
call them folks over right here, right there talking about playing with them flowers like that. You got
So
to tickle it a
Alana
little bit.
says, I love Paul Robeson. It is my favorite tomato. I love those big dark tomatoes. They're really, really, really delicious. I love them. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So Mike says I've been indeterminate tomatoes inside. I guess you've been growing them inside with heavy pruning. So yeah,
yeah,
it could be done.
yeah.
Paul Robeson tomatoes are delicious. Sylvia say yes. Paul Robeson is sweet, juicy, delicious, really delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
really, really.
are.
Especially when you tickle it. Especially when
Boy,
you tickle her.
come on,
You get
boy.
you get the best fruit when you tickle her a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
yeah.
Precious say I have to drop off. Good night, my baby. Thank you for being
Okay.
here. I
Thanks for
appreciate
coming in, Precious. We appreciate
you.
you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate Miss Linda for having me up too, because I had some prior engagements, and I told her I'd try to get up here at that last little 50, and I always take over her time anytime I come into her chat. So,
that's all right.
you
You
know,
know, I don't
yeah.
mind, man. I don't mind at all. I don't mind.
And I wanted to come up anyway to kind of get used to this whole StreamYard thing because I've been going live on YouTube. And
Yeah.
I got the StreamYard that I pay for, but I never really go live on StreamYard because it's just so easy for me to go live on YouTube and when
Okay.
nobody else is on the screen. But
Hmm.
I always kind of like to have somebody on the screen with me when I'm
Hmm.
out in the garden working because I like to be in the garden live as opposed to sitting behind a
Yeah.
desk.
Right.
And
Right.
that allows somebody to read the chat while I'm out here doing my thing and I have my earpiece in so I can walk away and have my mic and I can move around and still be interactive in the live. So that's something that I
Right.
really like going doing.
Right. And you know, a lot of people actually say, "What's Miss Linda? Why you don't have people up here with you?" I say, you know, every now and then I do have guests come up, you know, but you know, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know, by myself, always someone. It really
Yeah.
doesn't matter to me.
And see, I actually like to have somebody because I like to move around. For me,
Yeah.
sitting still, I
Hmm.
just feel stagnant. Like even where I'm at right now, it's like I can be moving around and talking at the same time because that's pretty much how I make my videos.
You want to be
Like,
doing something.
yeah, I like to have my hands moving because it helps me think. When I'm
I
sitting
understand.
still, I tend to forget a lot because I don't know if you ever noticed, like I gesticulate. If
Yeah.
anybody know what that.
And what I think the thing for me is that because I prepare myself so much
Yeah,
with research and stuff of what I'm going to talk about and what I feel is important
yeah,
for, for the garden community, things that we
yeah,
talk about, I have so many things already prepared of what I'm
yeah.
going to speak about.
And
So,
see, I need to get better at that.
yeah,
I need to get better at that. And but again, I'm a free spirit, so even when I'm recording my videos, you'll see the edited version, but I'll be all over the place. I
yeah,
mean, it's just I might be on one end of the garden doing one thing and another end of the garden doing something else, and
mhm,
somebody's following me around recording, and then I'll go
mhm,
in there and I get three videos out of one session because I'm
yeah,
I'm just moving from one thing, and I kind of like doing that with the lives, and I noticed that I get a lot more engagement when I'm
okay,
moving around in the garden as opposed to sitting.
yeah,
So that's why I came up with the whole lights out live type thing. So
that's
the
good, man.
principle, yeah, the principle of it would be you kind of move around during the day doing a little project and then you sit down and talk about what you did.
Yeah.
So just trying to do it a little different.
Well, I think the thing about it is that we all have different ways of doing things that
Yeah,
or what encourages and help us,
yeah.
relay
Because
our message
I'm
more.
a hands on. I like to touch things. If anybody watch my videos, I mean, I get that comment all the time. It's like,
What you
I
mean,
love
like
the way you
tickling,
just,
tickling plants and all
yeah, I like to touch
that?
because the feel of the plant just. it's almost like you, well, you do, you connect with it because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
part of that whole spiritual grounding. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
When you
real.
come out and
Yeah.
you can put your hands and you get that energy from the plant. The plants actually give off energy. And
Hmm.
when you touch them, you take in that energy, that positive force that that plant gives off. So anytime I'm out in the garden, it's just natural for me to just, I like to caress, the leaves and touch the flowers, just see how soft they are without damaging them. All of those
All right,
things make
slow
you
down
become,
now. Slow down.
yeah,
Slow
yeah,
down.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I love working with my hands. So you put the wifey up there with the feet and just do the foot. I
Oh my
love,
God.
I mean really, I like doing feet, foot rubs, and I'm just a hands-on person.
I
That's just,
understand.
yeah,
I
that's,
understand.
I just function better like that. It makes me think better, and
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have to get like my boy Stacy say. He say when he have people come to his garden and he want them to leave, but they won't leave.
put that super juice on them.
He say, well, I got to I got to fertilize my
He say
plants.
put that super juice on them.
He opened up that super juice on them,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. That fish fertilizer get rid of them too
Better
now.
get them out. Better get them
So
out.
yeah, had a little stray dogs coming around and everything.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
All right. Okay, family. So while I'm going to be thanking Growing Out the Box for being here with us and sharing his knowledge on all of these wonderful topics we've been talking about, if you all have any questions for him, please put it in the chat, like right
yeah,
now.
cause we ain't spoke to nobody.
I no,
All these
you ain't
folks.
spoke to nobody.
Okay,
You ain't spoke to
I I want to say because there's so many people been speaking in here, and then there was a couple of questions. So
nobody.
I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Uh-huh.
if anybody has any questions, I'm more than willing. Like I said, I needed this session here. That's one of the reasons why I did want to come up because I may go live tomorrow night because I got a little something. I'm kind of itching to share with the community, and yeah, we got our composting challenge coming up, and this is all attached to the composting challenge. So it's some things I need to share. So coming up with you tonight kind of keeps me fresh because I did a live with Broke maybe about 2 weeks ago or something like that, and we were trying to get into the StreamYard. And I don't know, for some reason it kept cutting off every time I come in. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to come up today. So I need to start getting used to doing using the StreamYard with somebody on the screen with me.
Thank you, Mike. Mike just put up your YouTube channel.
Okay,
Growing
I
Out the Box.
appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate
So
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Um,
Veggie Farm. It's what I call it is Lights Out Live. Yep, that's what my live is called, Lights Out Live. So basically, what I do is, at least the theory behind it, and it requires a team to make it happen. I can't do it by myself. So when I don't have anybody here with me, I'll just kind of free spirit. I'll just turn the thing on and just do whatever,
yeah,
because that's the only way that I'm going to get comfortable in front of the camera. I have to keep turning it on and learning how to be in one spot when nobody else is here. So being a
yeah,
little more dependent upon myself. So
yeah.
again, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to come up here tonight too, because I
Well,
need to
listen,
start
man,
doing
you
that.
are welcome to come up anytime you see me live. You are welcome. Okay.
And for that structure, because you do
Yes.
bring structure.
Thank you.
And that's something that I need to get better at. That's
Yeah.
definitely something and that's always been, one of the main reasons why I watched you because you always come prepared.
Yeah.
I'm I'm just the opposite.
Yeah.
I do what feels right. You know what I mean? I can come out here with the intent of growing garlic and I'll be planting tomatoes.
Hmm.
It's just I go with, and that's part of who I am though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I try not to map out too much of what I'm doing and just allow whatever the spirit you know, of what's
Mhm.
going on to just dictate what your day is going to be.
Well, I think the thing about what I do is I want to give I want to give the chat. I want to give them something that they could pick up. I want to put something on their mind, right? But I also don't want to keep them here all night. So I have
Right.
it so structured that everything I'm going to say to them and what I'm going to share with them is going to take between an hour and a half, right? That's that's usually where I have it set up, right? And the only time it lasts longer is when I have a guest. And I don't mind going longer because every time Led is here, I'm always is here. I'm always like 2, 3 hours in, right? But
Yeah.
I'll be prepared for that too. But
Yeah.
let me answer this question here. This is from Miss Joan Truth. She
Hmm.
said, I guess you want to say have he, she's talking to you.
Hmm.
Have you ever grown a moringa tree?
Oh yeah, I got my moringa seeds from Miss Linda. I
Yeah,
grew my moringa last year.
yeah,
Still got leaves inside.
yeah.
I'm in Georgia Zone 8A, so
Hmm.
moringa
Yeah,
won't last through the season for me.
no,
I could take it inside, but I'm getting so far away from trying to baby any plant. So I still
exactly.
got seeds because Miss Linda sent me, I think you sent me 2 pods.
I sent you 2 pods.
Yeah.
Sure
So
did.
I still have seeds and those seeds are still viable. So I'll be planting them again. And you don't even have to plant them early because they grow so fast.
And the great thing about those pods is that they came from my tree that I
That's right.
grew right here.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
yeah, we grow
So we got
moringa, baby.
history. We got history there.
We got
So
history.
that's again what we're talking about, creating those heirlooms,
Hmm.
because the whole story behind, how the seeds got to me now
Hmm.
has a channel moving forward. And
That's right.
and that's what I'm trying to do with a lot of the things that I'm growing in the garden, you know what I mean? Because it's like I got a seed pack,
Hmm.
has 14 seeds in it. The black cherry is one of those in that seed pack. But the reason why I haven't started selling it because I also have a book that goes with it.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
and I'm not quite finished with the book. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, that's that free spirit thing again. It's like I'm jumping from one thing to the next. I got the
yeah.
seeds, but then when I got the seed pack together, then I was like, oh man, this looks so good.
Hmm.
And then everybody started asking me about when you gonna put a book out. So
Yeah.
what I did was I put together not just the traditional, hey, you plant the seed an inch into the soil or a quarter inch into the soil and you spread them out 12 inches apart. But what I did was I went into my regiments of what I do in my garden, all the organic inputs that I put into growing these particular plants. And then even on each page, there's a QR code that goes, you click on the QR code and the QR code takes you to the video showing me growing that plant.
That's
So
beautiful.
yeah, so it's a real cool project, man. And it's
Yeah.
like I need a whole team over here to do the things that I'm trying to do. And because I don't have a whole team, it keeps me distracted because I'll start doing one thing and then I won't do nothing else. And then I'll
Yeah.
start doing so I don't get nothing done.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the downsides of not having a team with big ideas.
Yeah.
And
And see, that's the thing too, is that I have books, tablets, like this. I have
mhm.
bunches of tablets and of all the lives I've done. Jada says she's taken all of my tablets and she gonna write a book.
That's
And
right.
I told her, write your book, baby.
That's
But
right.
listen, this is from Food Buffet. She said, thank you all. I have enjoyed the live family, and I will be showing you all the changes that I have been making in my garden since I'm back home. We listen, honey, I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing your garden. I'm so glad you're home, and I'm so glad you stopped by to let us know you're back. Great.
Mhm. And
Now
I got
some of
all
the
those seeds that Food by Faith sent me. I want to say almost all the seeds in her garden. Do I need to
yeah.
ship some of those back now that you're back? Because she
Yeah.
sent me a thick envelope full of seeds. And again, that's another one of those projects to where it's like I got a section in the garden that's been stationed for that, but I've
Yeah.
been jumping around from one thing to the next. I never got to it, but we're gonna get us a whole herb bed where that's all we're growing in that, and I'm gonna call that my faith garden. So that's gonna be dedicated
Oh,
to her. Yeah,
that's so sweet.
yeah. But I
So
really
I am root
appreciate it.
say super juice. That smell is like wine, brown sugar, baby.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
baby.
That one is it's fermented, so it does
Mhm.
with that brown sugar when it ferments together, it has a wine smell to it. Doesn't have that hard odor like the super juice, and that's because the
Super
super
juice.
juice is anaerobic. So
Yes.
there is different processes that happens with that. This one is a fermentation, and the other one is
Yeah.
just anaerobic digestion.
Hey, growing something beautiful. Thank you. Hello, baby. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Mm.
Let's see. I'm just trying to get to some of the comments that
Yeah,
we
got some
missed.
some questions or something. Anybody got some questions or something?
If you see some, answer it. So they have some people talking about the cherry tomato you were talking about.
Oh, my black cherry.
Yes. So Nikki says cherry tomatoes is my garden breakfast snack.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Did growing out the box. Wait a minute. The something say you can add brown sugar to the super juice. Okay.
I would not. I would
Okay.
not.
All right.
No, not the
Okay.
super juice. Yeah,
Okay.
because what you are doing is you will supercharge anaerobic bacteria. That's
Right.
not what you want to do. Let
Okay.
let the super juice do what it's doing
So,
on its own, because what'll happen is you'll put that brown sugar in it and those anaerobic bacteria will feed on it and they
yeah.
will multiply. One of
Mm,
the reasons why the super juice works is because when you put that in your soil, your good bacteria outranks them. There are
hmm
more of your good bacteria in your soil, so they dominate. If you put that bad bacteria in it supercharged with some molasses, that's a bad thing. You don't want to do that.
hmm
You don't
hmm
want to do that. Yeah.
hmm Okay, Sylvia say, I like getting the Baker Creek whole seed catalog. It gives the history of all the seeds in the catalog,
Yeah.
which it does.
Mhm.
Yeah. Gardening with Essence, she said, good night, TNOG, and growing out the box. I
Good
just
night.
popped in to hit the like button. We appreciate you, baby. Thank you. Double says, you can bend that main branch also, and it's distributed easily. Okay, so he talking about the tomato plant. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's all based on apical dominance.
yeah.
It's like whatever that highest you right. You can fold it over. As
Mm-hmm.
long as your branches are level, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get even distribution around it. But if you got one bush, one plant, or one part of that plant that's taller than everything else, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to take the energy from it.
Energy.
That's
Mm-hmm.
just the way the nature of the plant is. Yeah.
Sassy is talking about meek, flower meek.
Flower meat. Yeah.
Sassy. My wife said they're showing tushies when peeking out the flower.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's on
Oh,
Mike. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw Mike say that.
So if Nikki OCD is chick, if you are here, put in one wind down Wednesday. If you're here, I don't know if she's still here or not, but if
Yeah,
you're
and then
here,
Mike was saying he scarifies his eggplant seeds. I do that also, Mike.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, eggplants are just like peppers, they're hard to germinate too.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to do that a couple of times with those Rosa Biancas, which I never got to grow to the point of where I got a good fruit off of it. I'm going to try to do them earlier this year.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah.
Rosa Bianca gave me a little problems last year.
Boom.
Oh yeah, she's a beauty too.
She's a cutie.
She
Cutie. I
is a
love her.
beauty. And mine, they were
Yeah.
so beautiful, but I couldn't, like I said, by the time they got going, it was
Hmm.
too late in the season. Just wasn't enough time for them. So I think I'm gonna grow them a little earlier because they were a little more difficult to get growing than the Black
Yeah.
Beauties. The Black Beauties
Yeah.
started off and
Well,
helped me.
try them.
So
Try 'em like like we
yeah,
gonna do the peppers.
yeah,
Well, Miss Joan True say I asked because I'm trying to grow them. I guess she's talking about the moringa from seed.
moringa.
She said this is my first attempt, and when is the best time to start them?
This anytime it's warm because they're not gonna germinate if the temperatures aren't 60 degrees at night. They're just gonna sit there. Miss
Right.
Linda has that temperature down there to where that it automatically starts for her because she's in the perfect zone for it. But like if you're in a zone like I am, Georgia 8A, that temperature has to be just right. The nighttime temperatures, not the daytime temperatures,
Hmm.
the nighttime temperatures before that seed's gonna do anything. So if you're gonna do it, it's like I do with my peppers. I put them on a hot mat and I get that thing up to probably about 78 degrees, and that's when she'll take off then.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, because even like my tree is outside. So of course, she's planted in the ground, and she began to put on new leaves like at the end of February. She'll begin to
Mhm.
grow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so your plant comes back every year.
Yeah, I cut her down every year, and she grows back every year.
Yeah. So you got that good soil
Mhm.
that and that heat that she needs because she'll just sit there. If that
Yeah,
temperature is not right, and it's the nighttime temperatures, not the daytime.
definitely. It's the
Yep.
nighttime. It's the
Yep.
nighttime. But definitely, my tree, I planted my moringa tree in 2020, and every year I cut her down, and every year she grow back.
Hmm.
And that's what she do. Yeah.
All
And
right.
if you want pods and flowers on, well, if you want pods on your tree, you must start that tree early, like Growing Out the Box says, to, crack your seed,
Hmm.
put it in some soil, and, put it on a heat mat, but keep it inside, but you want your tree started. It depends on, what zone you living in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because
Because
mine did the flower, but it just not enough time in my
there's not
zone.
enough time. And that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying you got to get that time on the front end to get the
And
back
and
end.
and speaking of flowers,
Hmm.
I peeked in at my Buddha hand. My Buddha hand has flowers on it. I am super
Awesome.
excited.
I
Yes, I am
know.
super
I
excited.
know.
I just did those cuttings last year.
And see,
And
that's the thing. When you get flowers at the end of the season, but your season end because of cold and snow, that
that's right.
means you need to get that time in on the front end
On the front end, that's
to
right.
drop that seed earlier than what you did last year.
Hmm. Yeah, because they
Right?
got to about 10 feet tall. They got to about 10 feet tall, but like I
Hmm.
said, as soon as they start putting on those flowers,
You ran
that
out of
cold
time.
came in 40 some degrees. They laid
Yeah.
down. Yeah,
But
she
you
laid
want
down.
her to get 10 feet tall and flowers earlier. And the way she get it earlier is you got to get that time in at the beginning
That's right.
to get the end. Hmm. Because when we had snow in 25, that's interrupted her flow did I get pods this year? Yes, I got pods, but I did not nearly get as many pods as I did the year before.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that this year. I think I'm gonna go in early on it this year.
yeah, start her early as possible. Start her early and let her start growing up in the house or wherever you have your inside plants. So let her start growing there,
Yeah, the
so you
same
get the
thing too
time
with the
on the front
what was the other plant? My Mexican sunflower also. But
end.
I did a little smart thing with that though. I kept some of them, cut it down, and I
Hmm.
put them in a separate pot where I cut it into like six different pieces,
Hmm.
and now I got like six little baby little plants coming up inside, but they have to go inside the house. They won't even live in the garage, so I had to take those inside as well.
Right. Jamaican sorrel is another one. If you want Jamaican sorrel, start them early. It takes a long time to get those calluses on there. So
Yeah,
drop them early inside.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So is that all the questions we see? Do you see any more questions?
No, I don't.
Let's see, Lisa. It is normal for Black Beauty eggplants to take too long to grow. It's a question. I planted a seed in May and only one germinated. It wasn't longer than my fingernail. And when September came, this the second time trying.
The
So
beauty is going to put on more fruit towards the end of the season. That's when she
yeah,
turns up. Yeah, she's going
yeah,
to turn up towards the end of the season. But the key to the Black Beauty is just like this Linda was just talking about with the peppers. You got to start her early,
yeah.
you know, because
And one
I
thing she
tried.
said here, she said that she planted a seed in May and only one
Oh yeah,
germinated. So
that's
how
right.
old is your seeds? Do you think it's your seeds? It doesn't necessarily have to be the plant. I mean, you got
But
to
I'm
cross
gonna
over
tell
your
you a good way to do it though, and it was
Hmm.
crazy because I was having on my heat mat I was having problems with my black pearl pepper.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you, boy, it's something about Mother Nature. She got perfect timing. I took two peppers, brought them outside, sprinkled them
Hmm.
into a pot, and within 3 weeks I had just seedlings coming all up out of that pot. But it was right when that temperature was right.
Hmm.
And for
Hmm.
some reason inside I could not get them to germinate like I wanted. Like one or two would pop up, but I
Hmm.
took, like I said, two of the peppers outside, sprinkled them into a flower pot, and when those temperatures were solid at night,
They
that
took
soil
off.
warmed up, she took off.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Mm.
So, so that's
All
what
right.
I do now. Like even with the eggplants too, I'll just come out and I'll just sprinkle a whole bunch of them into a pot, see what comes up, and as long as I can get out of it what I'm looking for, because I try to do at least four of the black beauties every year. But this year I'm going to do more black beauties because we put up 8 trays of lasagna last year,
Hmm.
and I want to be able to do a little more than that this year.
Yeah. So Miss Red said, "Can you grow moringa from cuttings?"
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
but it's not worth it. I don't think.
I don't
Like
think so either. Drop a
yeah,
seed, man.
the moringa grows so fast. It's like you put more energy in trying to grow it from a cutting than just dropping the seed.
Yeah. Yeah. So Nikki Walker said, "Great live as usual. Thanks, Miss Linda, and growing out the box, and everyone in the chat. Thank you, Nikki, baby, for being here. I
Yeah,
appreciate you."
yeah.
Um, Mike said, "Oh my, hydroponic food smells better because molasses. Same thing as brown sugar." Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That molasses got, like I said, it has the food for your microbes. Like I said, I don't know how that works in hydroponics, but
Mhm.
yeah, it has little nitrogen in it, so it has little perks in it as well. You know.
Mm. Good night, T. Roy. Thank you, baby. Tia said, "Great live, Miss Linda. She says she took great notes. Thank you, growing out the box, for sharing you as well."
Yes.
Mike
Yeah.
says, I mean, who's that? Mike say, "Growing out the box, maybe in the fall, cut down moringa to grow cover with cement tube full leaves to see if returns in the spring."
I put a bucket over one of my uh, Mexican sunflowers because I want to see if that'll work. If it doesn't, that's fine too, because either way around, it won't come back. But I did put a bucket over my Mexican sunflower, one of them, to see if it'll come back. But the negative also is I don't know if I want it to come back. but I wanted to see how resilient it was with just a little bit, because if we have a warm winter, then that could be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Just dealing with the Mexican sunflower, because if those things touch the ground, they will put rooting in. So
Yeah.
that's one of the negatives in growing the Mexican sunflower. You know, they're sterile, so you don't have to worry about them spreading through seeds. But if a branch touches the ground, she'll put root in within a week, and you'll have pretty much, they root about as fast as sweet potatoes. That's how fast they
Mhm.
root. Yeah.
Okay, so now what I want you to do is share with people, when are you going to have your next live so they can show up and show out, and I could go eat.
Okay. I may go live tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because I, like I said, I got some things in this week that I want to share. We wanted to touch a bit, bases again on the, excuse me, on the composting challenge, because we got the composting challenge going up. We're going to be adding some other stuff to the website that you can download, which is going to be formulas. So we're doing it just slightly different. So what we've done is we've worked out formulas that you can do, and one of those formulas has to do with the alfalfa. You can
Mm-hmm.
buy your 40-pound bag of alfalfa, uh, 2 buckets of coffee grounds, and you can get that from Starbucks or
Yeah.
any little used coffee
Coffee
shop from
place.
around.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all the nitrogen you need. You can actually compost a 3 by 3 pile with, like I said, a bag of alfalfa
Mm-hmm.
and 2 5-gallon buckets of coffee grounds. So that's
Wow.
what I want to do, is I want to put some formulas together to make it just
Mhm.
easy for everybody that's going to participate. And what I want to do is, again, it's not a who can make the best compost, it's who is participating. And based upon the participation is how we're going to pick our winners. So I'm really looking forward to that. We got our Instagram family going to be participating. We got our Facebook family that's participating. So, and we got sponsors. So they're going to be some nice gifts that, and we're going to be introducing the gifts as we go. And we may be even putting a twist on it by doing something like a scavenger hunt to see who's paying attention to our updates, and maybe give away a gift or something for the person who gets all the answers right in our scavenger hunt. So I might get with you on that, Miss Linda, to see if we can put something together like a scavenger hunt to
Okay.
go through some videos and look for
Yeah.
some things, and come up with a list of things to do. But we'll chop it up about that.
Okay. Okay. So now you're live about what time?
Yeah,
Around.
what I said a little while ago, I be all over the place.
I
so
know. I know.
so so it might, it depends on how my day goes tomorrow, because like I said, my plan was to come up about evening time, because I wanted to get a little bit of the daylight in, and then show them some other things out in the garden, because I was going to show my the alfalfa as it's coming up, because it's been 65, 60 this week. So we've
Hmm.
had a pretty nice week, and I leave my alfalfa uncovered when it's warm like this,
Yeah.
and they're doing
Yeah.
really good. So I just wanted to kind of share, what
Hmm.
the alfalfa is doing, and a little something that has to do with the composting challenge that I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are going to appreciate.
Mike, put up Wine Down Wednesday for me, Mike, because I think Nikki left, and just it's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Life with Hands channel. That's Wine Down Wednesday, right? So, okay, man.
Lisa Harris said she bought a different. What was it that you bought different?
I
So you
think
bought
I think she's talking about my tree.
the moringa.
Yeah, because I said I think I planted it in 2020. She said it may be Miss Linda. I'll check out the date when
Oh,
I
the
get home
seeds. Oh,
tonight. I
okay.
believe it was 2020. Yeah,
Okay, the seeds.
that I first planted that. So shoot, it's almost 6 years old. In the ground there.
So
You know.
she's good.
Yeah, she's a big girl. And I haven't cut her down this year. Usually I cut her down in January. I haven't cut her down yet, but I will.
Okay.
We'll
All
see how
righty.
I do. Yeah. But anyway, man, I really, really thank you. And I picked up a lot of notes too, and I appreciate you so much for being here. And you are welcome anytime. Just come on over and knock at the door. I'm here. If I'm here, I'll open
Yeah,
the
I'm
door
getting
for
a
you
little comfortable out here now. Like I said, just we gonna make it work.
for sure.
2026 is gonna be really, really good. I'm
Yeah.
really looking to some really special things that's happening in 2026. It's gonna be a whole lot of changes that's going on, even for us as content creators.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do some adjusting as well, and I've been feeling that as well because you got all of this AI stuff that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of filtrating all
Mm-hmm.
of the social media platforms. So we're gonna have to deal with those type things and just come up with some creative ways on how to keep our viewers engaged as well as
Yeah.
growing the channels. And
Yeah.
I think the interactive lives is going to be one of the ways that I'm able to kind of stay in the loop of things,
Yeah.
because at least for now the AI can't do that.
Yeah. But thank you, Mike. I appreciate you, man. Now listen to the members of the channel. Remember Thursday night at 7 p.m., we're going to be right here. 7 p.m. Central Time, we're going to be right here. Thursday. Every Thursday, we have a members live. Just for us, baby. Just for us. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I thank you for being here, man. And
Oh
and
yeah.
and remember what I say. Anytime you want to, just look, knock at the door. I'll
Right.
answer.
Got you. I appreciate you having me up.
All right.
What's up,
Well,
Miss Red? I see
yo,
Miss
you see it?
Red.
I'm about to read it. Go ahead.
It said GDP, lots of great information. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
we up here with
We
the best.
appreciate you, Miss Red. We appreciate you. Okay, man. Love
All
you.
right.
Thank you for being here. Okay.
Thank you. Talk to you guys later.
All right, man. Later. Hey, that was so cool, wasn't it, family? I want to thank y'all so much for being here. That was awesome, Adrian. I know. I enjoyed it so much. I hope you all did. I hope you all did. I thank you all for being here to the end, right? I love it. Yeah, Mike. And Mike, thank you so much for putting up the Wine Down Wednesday. And Veggie Baby, thank you. Yeah. I think that's what I love most about having a live is just that we're learning and we're picking up something from each other, not just me, but you all in the chat are saying things and talking about your experiences and what you have learned in your garden. Um, and we just we help each other. That's what we're doing. We're helping each other. But I want to thank you all so much. And to the members, we're going to be here on Thursday. And tomorrow night, we're going to be over by Hands, by Stacy and Bougie and Nikki. All right. I want to thank y'all. All right, family. I love you all. Y'all have a good night. Later. Thank you, Barb. Thank you for being here, baby. Thank you. All right, family. Later. Wait, what y'all doing? Oh no. Good night.